Yo folks, and welcome. In today's video, we'll be talking about Deceitful Waifus on Argent Twilight. We'll be covering soft launch impressions on the Southeast Asia server. Now this game looks quite beautiful, honestly, but decent gameplay. It has some glaring problems though, in my opinion. Let's jump right into this gameplay. As you can see, this is going to be the overworld. We're gonna go into this dungeon right here, the Starlight Lake. This is going to be where you do your elemental farmings, if you could call it that, or your material farming. There's some things that I don't like about it, but we're going to go ahead and go right through it. Start the battle right here. Loading screens, definitely not an issue in this one. My biggest issue is something else, but it's not even the gameplay. So as you can see, we're in manual mode right here. I can drag my characters to certain areas and we'll deal the damages and whatnots, and you can cast ultimates or skills and you will do extra movements based off of the ultimate, and the animations look really nice. Like, it's beautiful, like I keep saying. You can also do like the autos in 2 times. We're just gonna go ahead and do that so we can talk about a couple of things as the game is flowing and going. But the main issues is you can see there's 2 waifus and they look oddly similar. Yes, this game is going to feature the same waifu in different elemental formats. We'll cover it more in detail, but that's one of the deceitful mechanics where this game advertises itself as having like 500 or 1,000 plus different heroes, right? But in all honesty, that's not really true. They're like reskins of each other, and we'll show how that works. But tile-based or grid-like gameplay right here, it's not terrible. And there are going to be some units who are much more powerful than others. As you can see, that waifu right there, she took out 3 enemies at once. And I absolutely love that personally. And she's one of my favorites. Alki is her name. But we do have our husbando right here. He's okay. He's like our main character. And then of course we have like our mascot character. Right here, these are like the bosses that you'll face. They look pretty similar to each other, as in like they have this genie-like format to them where they have huge backs and arms, and somebody take them down and steal all their elements in order to awaken and just make your character stronger. Now, my biggest thing with Argent Twilight is the level up system, and we'll cover it more in detail, is a little bit wonky, but at the same time, you can see everything flows fairly seamlessly. Like, there's no real loading screens that will keep you from enjoying the game. The combat itself, it just goes. There's no like stopping points. There's nothing where it's like, oh, this feels like it's dragging. It's just like one of those things where I have these set of characters. If I pick the appropriate units, then everyone's going to last. Like, for example, I shouldn't be using Jujur or Djer, I don't know how to say his name, the fire elemental, because we are facing a water boss right here. He's going to be weak. As you can see on the right hand side, there's going to be elemental stuff, but right then and there, we beat our opponents. Easy dubs. Okay, so that's the victory signs, and right here it'll be like, hey, you got a reward. We got some crystals and whatnot to upgrade our water-based units. But let's go ahead and go into the cabin and cover the deceitfulness of this game. So as you can see, if you can check the left hand corner, 290 different characters alone, which is really cool. And I would say all the characters from around 3-star and up, they are pretty cool. The 2-star units, they're kind of, your generic monsters. They're still adorable. But if you check the water units, they are just reskins of the same character, except they're gonna be blue or red or whatever, right? And that is such a huge issue to me, because why would you add something like this? I know this is something that people would do back in the day for gachas, but this got phased out quite some time ago. Or you would at least make like, oh, the light version, this is, Moonlight or something like in Epic 7. There's a completely different design. And I won't lie, like Enid, I think that's her name, Enid, Cleo, all these different waifus, they look absolutely gorgeous. But why did you have to make 5 different versions of them? And also, you can only summon for the fire, water, and wind units right now. The light and darkness, we don't have access to. Maybe it'll come out in global. This is something that I want us to keep aware of while we're jumping into this game. There are going to be achievements and stuff, so you can get like gold and whatnot, which is fairly simplistic. There's going to be all sorts of like events rolling around, right? For example, the login bonus right here, you get like multis and whatnot. Daily missions are not bad. We get like all sorts of stamina. I definitely don't have an issue on like the stamina, at least, thus playing the game. My biggest thing is, why are there an actual 1,000 amount of heroes that you can collect? But let's talk about other things, why I think this game is a little weird. Here's going to be the logos or the main units that are traveling with us, whales. And that should just be like, why the heck are there whales? Well, they're going to be gathering gold. You can upgrade them to make more rubies. Rubies are going to be, I guess, the premium currency, right? We're definitely not going to touch those. We have our energy whale who's pink. He's going to give us cookies for more stamina and whatnot. That's really cute. And then we have our trading rooms, which is going to be our idle modes where you can level up characters. As we are away from the game, you can upgrade more slots by adding more rubies. We can say how we feel about that side. And in all honesty, that's like tried and true. My biggest issues is just the fact that if you go into the dungeon and I look at it, this is the dupe quest. This is going to be where I farm gear, which is fine. I go to Starlight Lake. You know, we showed it case it earlier. This is going to be our elemental farms. But where is the level up dungeon? Where do I go? Like, there's this town feature where this is blooming, right? And you could do like your idle modes, but I guess they expect you to do more of your level ups in that whale area. So this is going to be like another idle questing thing you can do. You can do like these request boards in order to get gold and stuff, but there's no actual EXP dungeon with this, which is really frustrating to me. So my only way of upgrading characters, which I just really dislike, if I go into heroes right here, and I tap growth, is by getting these potions, which I get via quest, or I use other units, which I just don't like. There's so many different ways that you could have made it so that you don't have to use this archaic system where it's like, oh, we're gonna use this training room to level up our characters, or we're just gonna wait. Like, add basic features to the game so I can actually play and progress. And I'm not saying leveling up is going to be a big deal, but it's just really annoying. Like, my progression right now is kind of hindered because I don't have the gear, I don't have strong characters. I'm pretty much at the point where I have to summon in order to continue with the game, which I just really don't like. So right now I'm here at Leon at chapter 4. This is my current like progression block. And you know, there's really cool things. Like, if we actually jump back and go into the heroes one more time, there's gonna be cool different gear sets. Like, there's going to be an HP set, there's speed sets, there's the hunter accuracy set, there's going to be splash damage sets. So there's definitely going to be a variety of different gear within the game. My only thing is that the progression and everything just feels weird. And I guess this is where I can check if like how my ruby and gold production is going. And you know, I have more than enough stamina. This game is alright. I just want to warn folks that it's not what it's like intending to be. Like, there's going to be a lot of variety and different characters you can collect. I'm just going to go ahead and assume there's 2% rates for this game, something like that, right? And while that is not like the worst thing in the world, I don't want to say it's like the best thing. Like, for example, 0.5%, and there's only, I guess, like 2 heroes that you can collect on that one. But let's go ahead and do the summons. I'm tired of talking about this game. I kind of want to get it over with. So you can get like these feathers absolutely for free. They come dime a dozen. It's just really easy. If you go through like the dungeons, you'll get them. And these are the monsters that I guess that I can use in order to do level ups. But I probably will use them like sparingly. I'm still figuring my way out on this game. But honestly, I really just dislike playing it because there's just so many things where even though I love the design, I think the gameplay is all right. I just don't like how it feels to progress. I don't like basic features like level up being gated towards summoning or being gated towards time. I think time progression, like if I wanted that, I would have played an AFK game. This is like a mix between AFK and tacticalness. I'm not even excited for the summons like Fierce Soraka. The designs look so amazing. Like, I want to like this game, but there's just a huge piece of me. That was a multi? Nani? Okay, so I guess you need 10 gold feathers. So that was that. And can I do one here? How does this work? All right, we're gonna go ahead and do it. We're using 50 of our gemmies, 1,000 gold. Maybe this is just one pull. There's like lore on the sense that if you pull a character, it's just like the same unit except from a different dimension. So we can only do one pull there, and I can't do any here. So that's going to be the summon session and the game itself. I don't know if this excites you. I just want to warn people, like, this game is just one of those things where it advertises itself as having lots of flexibility and so many different heroes. In actuality, there's not that much flexibility. The upgrading system is a little bit weird. It just doesn't feel like a game. It just feels like I need to spend money to get the cool heroes in order to progress, and then I'll have fun with it. I apologize for this video being a little bit negative, but they need to fix this game, add more features into this before they release it globally, or else I just don't think you should touch it, because it's just going to be frustrating to progress, and progression should be the last thing any gacha gamer worries about. But anyways, if you made it this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram if you want to see my face. Once we have 35,000 subs, we're doing a giveaway. And if the message wasn't clear enough, Deceitful Waifus, because there's insane amount of the same waifus in different colors. The rates are whatever, but the progression just feels bad. And I just like this game. Once again, thanks so much, and see you guys in the next one.